Hey everyone, it's a beautiful, and I mean beautiful morning. Football is starting in a couple hours. I'm, as always, hungry. So I'm gonna whip up some breakfast for you guys on the grill. And we're talking breakfast sandwiches on the Cooking Everything Outdoor show. The Outdoor Cook, Cooking Everything Outdoors show. I hope you try this at home. Breakfast sandwiches, almost from scratch. I say almost because we're going to use cheater biscuits, but you can make your biscuits from scratch, and I think that'd be really cool. In fact, the first time I did this breakfast, that's exactly what I did. Keeping it as simple as possible. Let me go through the ingredients with you real fast. Of course, you know, cheater biscuits, big biscuits. Big biscuits. Country sausage. This already has some spices already mixed in it, but we're going to add a few more things. I love green onion in my country sausage, so I'll be adding that. Some regular white onion. Nice assortment of garlic. That's in our sausage. I'm going to be adding some Cholula hot sauce. This is the chili and garlic version. Be topping off my country sausage patties with some coarse ground salt, coarse ground black pepper, and coarse sea salt. An egg, cheddar cheese, and a roasted red bell pepper. And the first thing we're going to do to get this recipe going is I want to saute my green onions, my white onions, and my garlic, because I'm going to be mixing that into the sausage. I want to do that first because I want to let them cool down before I put it in the sausage. And during that process, we'll be doing our biscuits. Now, I got to tell you, this recipe will work great on a griddle or in a skillet. I'm using the Island Grillstone, my go-to appliance. So I've been preheating that for about 15 to 20 minutes now, and it's ready to go. Mine's already nicely seasoned, so I won't be needing to add any oils at this point. So let's get this started. White onions first. They're going to take a little bit longer. Our onions are starting to become a little translucent. I want to get my red bell peppers on here because I'm going to start roasting those a little bit. We'll just put those towards the outside, face down. We'll get that going that way. Now, time to add the green onions and the garlic. Those are going to cook pretty quick. And again, this is just to get it done ahead of time. Lots of green onions. This is probably, if I remember right, 5 green onions that I cut up. Might be a little overkill, but I really like the flavor of green onions in my country sausage. And now the garlic. Just gotta love this smell. I don't know what it is about onions in the morning. Gonna add this with some biscuits, some sausage, some cheese. Bet you're kind of wishing you were my neighbor right now, huh? So right now I have the onions about where I want them. I don't want them cooked so that they're dried out. So I'm going to be adding this back into the sausage. So let's get this out of here and let it cool down. Just beautiful. Got some nice caramelization going on there. It smells absolutely incredible. I think it's going to add some nice flavor to our breakfast sausage that we're going to be making here. Okay. That's off. Let's take a quick look at our peppers. Charring up nicely. And believe me, this is hot. Too hot. Okay. That's going to be nice. So get these softened up a bit longer. Okay, this stone is really, really hot right now. So I'm going to cook these a little bit longer. I'm going to let my onions cool down. Then we're going to put our biscuits on. I'm going to let the stone cool down just a bit because it's screaming hot too. So, be right back. I have my red bell peppers where I want them right now. And I'm going to put them in a little Ziploc baggie here to continue to steam so that I can get that tough skin off in a little bit. And that's it. That'll help expedite that whole process. And then we'll peel that off and have nothing but the really yummy good flavor that comes from red bell peppers on top of our breakfast sandwich. Now it's time to get our cheater biscuits on the grill. These are supposed to take about 14 minutes to cook at about 350 degrees. I'm certainly running well over that. I'm going to guess I'm at 4.5, so they're going to cook pretty darn quick, and I might get a toasty bottom. I'm totally okay with that. Let's get these out and going. Really nothing spectacular here. I'm gonna have more biscuits than I have breakfast for. So I'll have to make up some gravy later. All right, let those cook for a little bit. While the biscuits are cooking, let's mix up our sausage. There's not much to this whole process. I'm just gonna add my green onion garlic mixture in there. As much of that in there as possible. Working around the flies again. They're absolutely driving me crazy today. I'm going to add my chili garlic sauce to this. How much? That entirely is up to you. I'm going to say about that much. I'm guessing that's probably about 2 tablespoons. That might be hot, might not be hot. Then we just need to get in there and mix this up. So, biscuits that I've got going right now, the cheater biscuits smell absolutely incredible. In spite of the probably burnt bottoms I'm going to have on there, but that's okay. We'll just call that a layer of flavor. Sausage is mixed up. The salt and pepper I'm going to put on the outside after I've made the patty. So let's make some patties now. And keep in mind that the size of the biscuit is probably about 2.5 inches. So let's get this mixed up, and we're going to get a little bit of shrinkage. But I really want a decent size patty. And I'm looking at probably about that size right there. You see all that onion in there. Tell you what, that's going to give some powerful flavor to this. I think I'll make up about 6 fairly even-sized patties. I have a little bit left over. Okay, starting to burn. Got to get them off. Oh, look at that. Use my nose, I can tell. So I got to get them on this. We're in panic mode here. Get this off. We'll move it over. Get our biscuits off. Yeah, a little burn on the bottom. So the lesson there is, don't get your griddle or your stone too hot, because you're going to get some burn parts. And that is not good. but it's easily resolved because I'm just going to slice them off the bottom and be done. Just scrape that off. All right, get our sausage patties on. There's some good eatings. Oh, forgot my salt and pepper. And add me up some nice crust on there. Now we got it. Let's give these a flip. They smell phenomenal. Oh yeah. That is what I'm talking about. So let's pull these sausages off. Ah, nice. Okay. So basically what I did here is, after I cut my burnt bottom of my biscuit off, I'm just using a top and a top. Why not? Beautiful country sausage, all seasoned up nicely. Right there. All right. So sausage is done. Now what I want to do is I want to get my cheese on there and start melting that. Nice big chunk of cheese. We're not on a diet, so we'll get that going. While that's slowly melting on there, I'm going to fry up some eggs on the Island Grillstone. Now ideally, I would have one of those cool little egg rings, but it's not going to happen. Hot. 4 eggs, Island Grillstone. A lot of flies. A little salt and pepper. Now, how you cook your eggs is entirely up to you. In order for these to be eaten by my family, they're going to have to be basically over hard. Cooks very well sunny side up. Over easy. It works fantastic. I'll let those cook. I'm going to just leave the lid off for right now. Bet you thought that those were just going to go squishing through that stone, no problem. You got to see this. This is really cool. All right, so what I did, I just kind of separated the eggs with my spatula so they're about the right size. And then we got to flip them. Easy enough. Bada boom. That's picked up a lot of the seasoning from the sausage. That's going to give that unique color on the bottom and flavor. Yow. Okay, just a minute more. Going to get those hardened up for our personal preferences. You may want to go with it right there, like that yolk running all over the place. Actually, I kind of do myself, but got to feed the family. Look at that. Telling you, this is the way to go. Imagine doing this out camping. How fantastic this would taste. The smell across the campground. It's going to beat anybody's bacon and eggs. Get a swat of bell pepper on there. Size them up. Oh, man. Okay. That there, despite the burnt bottom, is a breakfast sandwich to die for. Anywhere, anytime, any place. Let's give it a shot. It's huge. Wow. The biscuit is buttery and flaky. The sausage, I got that crust that was built up from the Island Grillstone, some salt and pepper, and the chili garlic sauce adds some real nice heat to it. The egg is done perfectly, and that red bell pepper adds just a slight sweet accent to it. I gotta tell you, you gotta try this. It's really, really good. But before I let you go, I want to say thank you to my sponsors, Camp Chef, OutdoorCooking.com, and Island Grillstone, because none of this would be possible without their support for the Cooking Everything Outdoors show. We're also very excited. I'm telling you, I'm announcing it now in this video, that we're part now of the Taste Made network on YouTube. And it's the only food channel that's going to be available on YouTube, and I'm just absolutely excited and thrilled to death to be on there. Come visit me at cooking-outdoors.com. That's the website where you find all my recipes and all my stuff on there going on all the time. You can find me on Twitter, on Facebook, on Pinterest, on iTunes, and YouTube, and a bunch of other places. So I'm always there. And thank you very much. I've said and enough. I think I'm going to stop there. Have a good day. I'm going to go enjoy the game with my killer breakfast.